Hey guys, Retro Gaming Maniac here with another episode of the RetroCode Podcast, episode 6. We have with us today, as usual, Mr. Radical Reggie.
How's it going?
And we also have the Natestalgiakid, my friend Nate.
Hey guys.
Right.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description, but he does some really good quality content, high quality content.
Appreciate that.
But we had a few things we wanted to talk about in this podcast, in this episode, which one of them, you can go ahead and start it, Reggie, if you want.
Yeah, well, you know, the retro gaming market right now, you know, a lot of people are, I feel that it's, well, you guys probably agree with me too, maybe. It's kind of slowing down, you know what I mean? Because the prices are so inflated, you know, people are actually looking at other options to purchasing games. Now, you know, like say, you know, a little Samsung or something like that, a little Samsung card goes for $900. Man, who the heck wants to pay that price for a game, a retro game like that? That hurts the heart, because you think about the other things you could buy with that money. You know, games are supposed to be cheap, you know what I mean, or a certain price range, not like the same money you would pay for on a mortgage.
It's like the developers, you know, when they make those games, the developers, they don't make them to be that price, you know, they sell it like $50, $60. So yeah, it's not like the game is actually worth that much. It's just, you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's like, you know, it's like these reproductions are being made, and people are buying those, and nobody's buying the high-dollar games really, because they don't care. I mean, people want that physical copy, so they don't mind, you know, buying a repro. They just want a physical copy, a format that the game exists that way, you know, instead of like ROM or emulator. You know what I mean? So it's that's why people like to pay for repros. But I just feel like anything, when the market gets too saturated with high prices and crazy scalpers, somebody else is going to take over and start selling stuff for cheaper, like AliExpress. You guys are familiar with them, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AliExpress, I mean, man, is it Ali or Ali? I don't know how to say it, but you know, they're selling repros of games that are like expensive prices and stuff, and you know, I can't really blame them, because you know, people are paying decent prices for them. So
yeah, it is slowing down though. I've seen. Like, Nate, you've probably seen this, but the, like, something like Earthbound that was selling for, like, $250, like, even last year, is down to, like, $170, $150.
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, you know, fortunately for me, I picked up my copy of Earthbound for $20 when it was brand new. So,
yes.
I was, for some reason, I didn't throw the box away. I kept that box, so I still have my original box and strategy guide with that game. So
that's crazy, yeah.
I think, too, a part of it is... you know, partly is the economy, the way things are these days. People are, you know, spending their money elsewhere besides video games. They're putting their money towards things they need, necessity versus something they can just have for fun or play, you know, on leisure time. It's going to more necessity, I think, to some degree. And also with the Switch coming out, especially in the Wii U with the Virtual Console, you can play a lot of these games. And they can still have something physical in their hand, like Reggie was saying, but it's also a lot cheaper. You know, I'm so excited for the Switch Virtual Console, just because I can play all these games on the go, and that's huge to me. That's really big selling point for me.
Yeah, and Nintendo might have had a great idea with that system. I kind of was like on the fence about it, because you know, I feel it was gimmicky. But you know, looking at it, I'm like, hey, you know, this might be pretty cool. You know,
I'm just as excited for the Virtual Console to be able to play these games on the go as I am their mainline games, their brand new games. So I'm really happy about that part of it for me.
Yeah, having a dedicated, you know, portable system where you can play like all the old retro stuff is cool. I mean, you can get like, you know, Android tablets that have like built-in joysticks and stuff to emulate them, but they never emulate perfectly, and a lot of times the controls don't sync up right. So I can see, you know, being excited about the Switch for that, you know, for that reason.
Well, there's tons of, you know, like cheaper options too. The Retro Pies, people are making the Retro Pie cart and an NES cart itself. So if people want that NES feel, the retro feel, there you go.
There you go.
Perfect example. Or PS Vitas or PSPs, I guess, with emulation on the go and stuff like that. There's cheaper options. You just don't have to pay the $900 for the game anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Were any of you guys able to get an NES Classic system?
Yeah, I got one. I waited a couple hours in line at Walmart.
Okay. Yeah. Now, was this recently or?
No, it's first night.
The first night. So you got it the first night. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the system?
At first, I was super thrilled with it. I was beyond stoked for it. Just to see something officially made and licensed by Nintendo. That's from pretty much a RetroPie itself, but just to have it officially licensed meant the world to me, and I loved it. And I already had every single one of those games on cart, but just to have this all 30 combined in one, and I went ahead and hacked it and put 60 some games on there as well. I don't know, just for me to having that official seal of Nintendo product, that's what really sold it for me. It's a really cool product, and it looks awesome. The design, the box design and stuff is really, really cool. To have that old feel in a modern age, I think is really cool, and it helps modern gamers see where nostalgia came from, for where this nostalgia for us in our time, the golden age of video games came from.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We mentioned this in our last podcast about the supply, though. The supply was pretty messed up, man. I was gonna get one, and then I just decided not to because I just thought that Nintendo was kind of playing us. You know what I mean? Like they see the scalpers are getting the items and reselling them for high prices, and they know people are still looking for it. So why not make more? But they're just focusing only on the Switch, which I think was not a mistake, but they could have focused on both of them. I think it's just like, don't introduce us to something and then not support it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's still a market for it. It's in high demand, and they're quitting. They're just.
I would say only like 30 to 40% of people that want one have actually been able to get one.
Besides the scalpers.
Other than the scalpers, and a lot of them have like
scalpers are gonna sit on them too, because hopefully people are smart enough not to pay those prices unless they got money to throw away.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I planned on getting one. I changed my mind, but I wanted to actually mod it and put the games that I want from my childhood on there. That would have been awesome. Like, hey, I got to pull this system out. Every system on this, every game on this system are games I love. If I had kids or something like that, they could see every game I loved, like back in the day or whatever. But I don't know. It was a cool device. I just wish they supported it better. I don't know what their motive was, but if they come out with a Super Nintendo one, people are going to lose their minds, and it's going to be limited too, which sucks. It's going to be the same thing over again. So you're going to see like people just going out of their mind for it, buying it, reselling it. It's like, and then the people who really want it, Well,
I was watching Pat the NES Punks podcast earlier with Ian, and Ian had made a really good point about the NES Classic. They used the NES Classic to fill the gap between the Wii U dying out and the Switch coming out, because they didn't have anything coming out for Christmas this past year. Wow. And that was a really good way to make some sales and make some profit at a cost-effective, it's a cheap device to make, and they can turn them out pretty quickly and relatively quickly, and therefore it was never really meant to be something long-term, just to get them through the holidays until Switch come out, and they never anticipated the crazy demand for it.
Wow, that makes sense, man. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I thought that was a good point too.
Dang it, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like not gonna buy the Super Nintendo one unless I just happen upon it. I'm not gonna go out and like actively search for one, just out of like spite for them not even supporting the NES one.
Well, when they produce something a hot commodity like that, man, you want to keep them coming out until maybe demand goes away or whatever. You know what I mean? I
agree. There's still high demand for it. Why not? They can't be that expensive to produce.
Easy money. Yeah, it's literally
easy money. I don't know what their motive is, man. I mean, they've got the rights for all those games, pretty much. I mean, most of those games on the system are theirs, right? Or I can't think of any other developers.
Contra, the Konami.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one thing that I'd heard that possibly is the reason why they are discontinuing it, was maybe they lost a license to one or two of the games, and they don't have to repay for that license just to sell
Right.
30 to 50,000 more consoles.
That's what I was thinking too. I mean, it's possible, but I think what if they re-released it? What do you guys think about that? Like, if they re-released the NES Classic, and
it would sell like hotcakes.
packaging, huh?
If they re-released it and actually make some stock of it out there available, I would get one. But
they would release it with more games on it, though. You know, I think the 30 games was kind of like lame. I mean, not lame, but hey, come on, put some more in there.
But the NES, man, it's got a lot of games, and not all of them are really decent games. So like maybe they're afraid of putting like some bad games out or something. I don't know.
I know, right? You don't want any bad games on that system. They made sure they put all their classics on there.
Yeah. Was it like Karate Champ or something?
Oh gosh, Karate Champ. But NES Classic. What a topic that is, man. So, anyways, guys, with everything going on with your channels and everything like that, what do you guys want to do with your channels in the future? Me personally, I've been going to school for the last 2 years, and I'm just going for getting my general education, my AA, and I'm almost done with that. But I actually missed this semester of school, so that's why I had a lot of free time to do a lot of these videos, which I've been uploading like crazy, like prepared on my channel. And I gotta admit, man, making videos, it's you gotta be in the right mood to do it, man, because it's tough, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm doing it all on my cell phone, and even though I've gotten used to it, it's just you really have to be in the mood. Like, I'd rather watch TV or go outside. You just want to do anything else but do a video. But I'm really kind of dedicating myself while I have this free time to do a lot more videos. So just I want to be ahead of the game with my channel. Like, I want to put out 2 videos a week, and if I'm ahead of the game by like 8 videos, and I have a leeway to rest or do whatever, you know what I mean?
Fine.
As far as my channel, I've always I didn't really take it seriously until maybe, I don't know when the point I took it seriously. I think a couple months ago, something happened. It sparked my interest, and I was like, you know what, I could do this. Oh yeah, I know what it was. I got a phone that has 64 gigs of memory of space, so I can actually edit videos properly.
Yeah.
So
because you do all your editing on your phone, so.
Yeah, I had a computer too, but it's so jacked up. I mean, I don't know how that thing was working. But anyways, I got my phone, and then I started editing the episodes of Interracial Gamer, and I was like, man, I did a good job on this. I could do this. If I could do it on a phone, imagine what I could do on a computer. So I got pumped up, and I put out a quality video, and I actually showed it to Jason, because Jason, I'm hella nervous to show him videos, man, because he'll be brutally honest with me. So I gotta get your heart ready. And I showed him the video, and he didn't pull no fun. He said he liked it, man. He said it was good. He said the only thing that he thought that people might complain about me is my nonchalant way I review games, which I pretty much don't. I just go off my opinions. I don't really look like this and that. I'm honest and everything. And like a lot of people out there, they review games. All the graphics are this and the sound is that, and I just kind of don't do that. I actually did in a couple of videos. I'm trying not to do that, but I just being honest and everything. So yeah, I just mainly want to get I wanted my channel to get to I thought if I got to like 50,000 people, subscribers, I'd be good. But now I'm like, hey, why not just keep doing this? It's fun and easy to do. I mean, as long as I can make a little money at it, to help support it, we're good to go. So, but yeah, that's my goal for my channel, just to keep quality content on there, or at least good content, and not really do video games all the time. I like to do silly videos as well, as you probably saw with the Joe Friday the 13th video I put up yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, those are the goals for my channel. What about you guys?
What about you, Nate?
Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and well, definitely for me, when I first started, it was a way for me to just I needed somebody to talk to about video games, because I got married. I was recently married. My wife wasn't really into video games too much. Mm-hmm. The people I was friends with who were into video games had moved off, and I'm talking from college. So I graduated college. A couple years later, got married. Now I'm just on my own in the video game world. I needed some way to express what I felt about video games. That's what kind of got me started. And I started watching. The first show I really started watching consistently was the Game Chasers, way back when they only had 2 to 3 episodes. I think they were three episodes deep when I first started watching them. And that really, I was like, I want to do this. And I actually filmed a game chasing episode of myself back then. Spent 12 hours all day filming, going to all these different places. Went to Cincinnati, all around Cincinnati, Ohio, and hit every retro video game shop I could find, and had a blast with it. And it came to the editing time, and it was really, really overwhelming. So I never finished the edit for that. But then as far as where I see my channel going, there are things that I would like to be able to look back. If I'm alive in 30 years, I want to be able to look back on and see what I was doing at that time.
Yes.
So for me, this is kind of like an online journal in a way, a video game journal. I want to put out video game content that is special to me. Is games that I played when I was a kid that meant something to me, and I want to kind of just have a track record of that, and I want to look back in 20, 30 years from now and be able to say, yeah, I played that game and it was great, and this is what it meant to me then. This is what it still means to me now. And then also I'm really, really big on family friendly stuff. I've never been one to curse a lot or anything like that. So I'm really big into family friendly stuff, and I'm also another passion is like nutrition and weightlifting, and I've been a personal trainer for several years, and I've always done this as something for free. It's kind of like a community service I've always done for people, is offered free personal training and nutritional plans and nutritional advice. And I thought about doing something like that with gaming too, and try to just show people that there's little tiny changes that they can make that makes a huge difference, and bettering your quality of life while still being a gamer. I know nobody likes to hear, you need to eat this or do that or whatever. I do not want to do that. But I just want to say, there are other things you can do besides playing video games all night, drinking Mountain Dew, like my cousin does, and I cannot get him to stop.
He drink like a 2-liter Mountain Dew in like a gaming session or something.
You're right.
You think it's all right, as long as you wash it down with a gallon, 2 gallons of water. Yeah.
I think.
Josh, what about you, man?
I think my battery has died, Josh. Sorry, on my camera.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We got you in like an epic pose.
Yeah.
Epic pose.
Yeah. So it froze on the epic. Okay, so that's fine. It's a podcast. Most people just listen anyways. So, but goals for my channel. I do this for fun. It's the main reason I do it. Of course, it'd be nice to be able to turn it into something more eventually. But I first started doing YouTube when I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh, wow.
I watched his videos, and I really enjoyed those. And I didn't start back when, he started, because he started a long time ago. I've only been doing this for like 3 years or so. But watching him made me want to, make my own channel and do my own little game reviews and overviews. And then, of course, I got into the Game Chasers back when they were still decent to watch.
Are they different to watch now?
Man, they're just, they're still cool and all. They're good dudes, but they've gotten they're a little different than they used to be. That's all I'll say. But
I think they're a little more wild. I would say maybe.
Yeah.
On the wild side.
Yeah. Their quality's still there, but it seems like a couple of them have changed as a person from what they used to be. So I don't know if this is who they really are, or if maybe they were put on a show in the beginning, or if they changed during the show. But
Gotcha.
But they're still good. But yeah. So I just want to keep basically like one of the series I started. It's called Games of My Childhood, which is like Nate was saying, it's almost like a journal. It's a way of talking about games that were special to me growing up. Games that may be like horrible games, but it's sometimes the only game you had, and like you still made it work and still had good memories with it. So I do like a overview of the game, why it's special to me, some of the quirks of the game, show some gameplay, and sometimes like the first episode I did, I still had like the tag or the sticker from the store that I bought it at, like on the cartridge. So I thought that was pretty cool to see that, like the history behind it. But
nice.
But yeah, that's about for my channel. It's about just about
that's
fun.
Cool, man. I mean,
dude,
you've been into trying to do it ever since you saw the Angry Video Game Nerd, man. That's pretty cool. I honestly, I've had a channel since 2008, and I tried to. I remember I tried to film my first video, which showed me playing a pinball machine.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so embarrassed on camera, man. Like, I was like, dude, I didn't want the camera to be on me. I had my back turned, and had my buddy pan over me while I'm playing the pinball, and I kind of like talk about it and everything. But I think, yeah, once I got past being camera shy, like, because I was on Jason's channel, and I wasn't shy, but I was just more like when the camera is rolling on you and there's lights in your face, you're like, whoa, dude, what the hell? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like lights, action, and whatever.
See, I had a little bit of an advantage there when I was. That's kind of what I went to school for. I did video editing in school. I did like media literacy stuff. Just anything involved in the media world. I kind of did a little bit of every audio engineer, video, running a studio. Field camera, studio camera, on-air talent. I produced a show on at the university. I directed the show, edited for the show. So I kind of learned all this stuff along through school, and so I did have a little bit of advantage there, and I'm pretty thankful for that. But I just never. I don't know if I ever found the time, or just maybe I never got too serious with it as I've always wanted to be. I've stated over and over and over, I'm going to take this serious. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have the content flowing. And I've never just kind of went over that hump and just started doing it week to week to week like I've always wanted to. But I do enjoy it when I get that opportunity to, for sure.
You know, also when you finally do, man, it's always good. If you want it to be continual and everything, try to knock out a couple of videos at once if you can, you know, just to kind of get that good flow going.
I thought that was a really good point that you made, trying to get 3 or 4 or 5 videos ahead, maybe have a bit of a break.
Yeah, you know, even if they're simple, people are going to mostly like our videos for like the way we kind of present ourselves. And if they like us, you know, we're genuine, they're going to like the videos we put out no matter what, you know what I mean? Unless it just blatantly offends them or something like that.
Right.
But, you know, the key is, and this is what Jason told me. He said, you know, when I started this channel, man, I promised myself that I was always going to put out 1 video a week, no matter what, you know. And that was, when he told me that, I was like, that's okay. But now that I think about it, like, man, that was a great idea because it gets you a flow of people getting used to you. Oh, the Mel Jesus channel is coming on this week or this day, every Friday. I'm there. And he's done it ever since. And now he does 2 videos a week. And, you know, the second video is simple. It's something simple like, hey, like you show him doing a gameplay or something like that, or just something simple. It's really easy, but you know, it's a great idea. And if you could do that, I mean, people will start coming in. And actually, YouTube rewards you when you make more videos. Actually, so yeah, I just found that out. So
yeah,
but yeah.
The mystery of the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah.
I heard that YouTube used to pay people, and now they don't pay them anymore.
What's going on is the YouTube has kind of changed their policy. Well, I guess it's more of advertisers have kind of changed their policy on who they're going to be advertising with, on what channel, or we don't know yet if it's by channel or by individual video on what videos or channel they're going to lay their ads on, but they are taking them down on ads that could offend other people. So swear words, vulgarity, anything like that is being flagged for non-advertisement. And I think H3H3 Productions put up I think that's who it was, put out a tweet and showed the new advertising guidelines that were just put up within the last couple of weeks or so.
So curse words are going to offend people now?
If it's filled heavily with curse.
I just immediately thought about Alpha Mega Sin because I've been on his channel.
Right.
Like I'm subscribed to him and I watch his channel.
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah.
And they curse. Yeah, they curse and like, man, are they gonna do that to them?
They won't make any. They're allowed to. You know, they can still upload the video. They're just not going to make any revenue on those types of videos. So
they gotta make revenue. That's horrible. Wow.
They can produce videos that will get, well, like I said, I don't know just yet if it's going to be by channel or by video. So if largely their content is all with vulgarity or swear words or whatever, maybe that channel will be flagged as a non-advertising channel. But if it's by video, they can still upload videos without saying stuff and still get paid for that.
I actually
But
had a live stream affected by this. A live stream.
Yeah,
I played Miscreated, which is like a online zombie apocalypse survival type game.
Yes.
Just gameplay, me talking. I don't cuss in my videos or whatever. And it got flagged. Basically, just saying that I wasn't allowed to monetize it because it wasn't suitable for like all ages or something.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that's the thing with YouTube, man. They need some kind of somebody to counter YouTube, man, like another company that does the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if we only had one game system out there, they could do whatever they want, pretty much.
Exactly.
They got
exactly.
VidMe out there. I tried to get into VidMe, but it seems like you can upload videos via URL in VidMe, so I could technically say my name is, Radical Reggie, and I could go and like copy a URL from watching your YouTube channel and upload it to a channel called Radical Reggie, and there's nothing that,
They would know
Wow.
Yeah. All you do is literally copy the URL and hit upload, and it uploads the video.
Oh, wow. So VidMe needs a lot of work then.
Yeah, it's cool for like casual stuff, but like, you can't make a living on it, or you can't. There's not like enough like networking with it and stuff.
To make a living on YouTube, I think you have to have at least like, I would say like, well, it depends on your lifestyle too.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't want to throw it out there, but maybe like 100,000 subscribers.
From what I've been hearing and reading, I've looked a ton into this. So I keep abreast on this all the time, and people's channels that are 500,000 and less right now they're making about a third to half of what they were making, just because not only are they taking down ads on videos that are vulgar, but your big name advertisers like Walmart, AT&T, Volkswagen, there are several others, Verizon, have left YouTube entirely. So the big payouts like Pepsi are no longer there. So the smaller companies are still there, and you're still going to make some money, but you're not going to make as much, and you're not going to make any if you're what crude in the very least.
Wow. I guess I have wow.
Or what other people would consider crude. It might not be crude to you or I, but if I don't know what they're got. It's weird.
Well, do we know why those companies left YouTube?
I'm not entirely sure. I just know it has something to do with how the Wall Street Journal and social justice warriors were always pointing out how certain YouTubers were being offensive. It all starts with PewDiePie. That's where it all spawned from several months ago.
When he did that video about the Disney and the weird.
Yes.
That wasn't even meant the way people took it, dude. People
right.
Are so.
It's almost like the whole making money from YouTube started with PewDiePie, and it's ending with PewDiePie.
Yeah,
pretty much, man.
It kind of spawned from that, and it's just been a downward spiral since then. So what people are saying now is to start streaming on Twitch, spread yourself out there, do crowdfunding. What are they? The Patreon, Twitch streaming. Don't let you do videos on YouTube and stream on YouTube. If you're going to make videos for YouTube, stream on Twitch and then Patreon. Do Patreon as well, and kind of spread your stuff out all over, and that'll help you gain some income and instead of just relying on YouTube. Even if you're at 500,000 views, you still should spread yourself over a few different platforms.
So if we want to lose money on this video, all we gotta do is say one curse word. So.
Right. Yeah.
Well, wow. Speaking of going to Twitch and everything, I've been meaning to do that because I stream on YouTube via the PS4 because it automatically connects to it and everything, and people seem to hop on. But when I got on Twitch, there was barely anybody jumping on, so I didn't know how to really promote it and everything. But I feel better doing it on Twitch, man, because Twitch has more restrictions than YouTube does. I think like when you get weird people in your chats and everything, you could block them on YouTube or remove them before give them a timeout. But I think on Twitch, you can actually, if they keep going crazy doing stupid stuff, you could block their IP. Because I had one guy who kept coming back to my chat. Like every time I would block his name, he would make a new one. And I'm like, damn, that takes a lot of time to make a new one because you got to do all that stuff. he did it like I don't know how many times he did it, but he did it, and I was like, I blocked him every time, and I just like, dude, like, what's wrong with this guy? And it kind of ruins it for everybody else because when they're trying to talk to me and everything, he's taking up the whole chat by saying weird stuff and everything. So I found out that I think Twitch actually lets you, if someone does that, you can block their IP address. You can block their IP, and they can't get on anywhere where they're at in that area. So you know what I mean. So I feel better doing the live streams on Twitch when I finally do them. Whenever I do them.
Yeah, blocking the IP is cool because like even YouTube, you can block a YouTube channel or user, but they can just go and make a new one and go and still start flagging your videos and stuff if they want. So
yeah, it's pretty weird. I mean, man, if you stream on nowadays when I stream on YouTube, I mean, I don't even have my camera on anymore because none of you are watching. You're like, oh.
Hello, Reggie. What are you doing?
I know, right? But yeah. I really want to get on the Twitch bandwagon because if you do a video on Twitch, it actually saves it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it just.
You have to. I think you have to turn that setting on though, because I've.
You have to turn it on. That's probably what it is.
And it will like catalog them for you, but they disappear after a while. So I would recommend.
Backing
them up, and you could even back them up, download them, and then upload them to your YouTube channel as like a regular video, as an extra,
another,
like filler, essentially.
That's good idea.
Great idea, man. Dude, heck yeah, man. So I'm glad I talked to you guys about this because I wasn't really sure. Like I'm hesitant to do live streams on YouTube, just because just it could get weird.
Yeah.
Like, but that could be anywhere though. But
anywhere.
I feel like I just YouTube needed more options to protect you and everything or whatever. So I'm going to go to Twitch and I'm just going to start doing it there and kind of like promote it and everything and do my best. It'll be fun.
Man, that Mario in the background, Nate, is freaking me out. He's like leaning over and like peeking into the.
He's about 3 feet tall. I've had that since I was a kid too. So
you see him, Reggie? He's like leaning over and like peeking around.
I see him.
Yeah.
Dude, listening to you guys about your, listening to you about your collection and everything, like how you had stuff since you were a kid and everything. I mean, you still have it. That's pretty awesome, dude. I mean, I wish I hadn't sold a lot of the games I did back in the day, man, when I was younger.
I've got a storage facility full of stuff that I kept. I don't know why I never got rid of hardly anything. My mom did sell a few things that I regret, like my Ghostbusters Proton Pack, the real Ghostbusters version.
Yeah,
that's the one I would die to have back. I absolutely love the real Ghostbusters toys. But yeah, man, and we kept all the games, Super Nintendo, Genesis. We kept the Genesis boxes. We mostly threw away all the Super Nintendo boxes and Nintendo boxes, with the exception of a few. Thankfully, Earthbound was one of those boxes that we
it looks so nice, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I've over the last 10, 15 years, I've hunted down boxes for those games that I wanted, and I've done a lot of trading for games, and then sold the game, kept the box for those games that I already had. So I've really put a lot of effort into that over the years. I bought out several video game rentals. Whenever they were selling their Nintendo, Super Nintendo, when they came into the PlayStation 2 era, they sold all their, and GameCube era and stuff, they sold all their Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, and I was there to buy them every one for $2 and $3 a piece. So I was very fortunate. Right place, the right time, in a lot of places.
Yeah, I had an experience like that too. When I transitioned out of junior high school to high school, I had my Super Nintendo, but I wasn't really playing it. I was like, wow, man, and then since I wasn't playing it, I decided to sell the games for money. Had Turtles in Time, Contra 3, Super Ghouls. I had all the good ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got rid of them, and I didn't have any Super Nintendo stuff. Then, a couple years later, I remember all these stores were having these sales for games for Super Nintendo for cheap. And I remember we found Chrono Trigger. There was this place called Super Duper Video that me and my buddy used to go to. And they were selling Chrono Trigger because they rented it out. They were selling it for I think $15 each. And I remember I bought 3 Chrono Triggers. And yeah, man, but we thought it was cool back then. But we man, I don't need 3 of these, man. These aren't worth nothing. And now look what they're going for.
Right,
I just hang on to them and put them up somewhere. I could have it could have been all right, but yeah, just that's my only experience like that when it comes to like a super like a retro 16-bit sale for like games, like Blockbuster selling that stuff, and yeah, but yeah.
I think one of my best gaming finds was a yard sale, actually, that I stopped by over here where I lived. I just moved into our house over here.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy, yep, you remember that one.
Yeah, I knew it.
I stopped there, and they said they didn't have, well, they had games, but they'd already put them away. So I was like, oh, great. They had, they probably checked the internet for prices. And I went there and asked them. They had this huge box, 2 crates full of games. And I started digging through, and they had a Virtual Boy with like 9 games complete in box.
That's a
they had
ridiculous find.
An NES with like 12 games, a Sega system with like, shoot, I don't know how many games with a Sega, a Game Boy that came in like the big plastic giant Game Boy looking case with a bunch of games. I mean, it had like 20 Game Boy games. And what else was there? Oh, we're losing you there, Reggie. But yeah, we got that.
This girl that I'm talking to is calling me, and I don't want to. I don't want to end the call. I want to end our chat, so I'm just gonna wait till it hangs up. And then
that's
I'll call
cool.
her back after we're done.
But yeah, I ended up getting that for. I paid $150 for it, which is a lot more than I usually spend for like anything retro gaming. But shoot, I fixed up the NES, sold all the duplicates, sold the Sega, and I made like $300 something. By the time I got it. Yeah, and I still got the Virtual Boy. Yeah, that was like a year ago or so, but I got the Virtual Boy right there.
Yeah,
I gotta admit, man, I love my Virtual Boy, dude. I remember getting it for the first time, and everybody hates on it because they say it's uncomfortable. But when you play that thing, you play it laying down.
Yeah,
that's the way you play it, man. You could enjoy it.
Yeah, just like that.
I remember playing it at a Sears when it was discounted all the way down to like $10 or $15, and we still didn't buy it because we thought there's only a few games, 10 or 12 games or whatever it was, and I really did like the Wario game that was on there. That was the game we played at Sears when it was up. So for the demo, I really enjoyed that game.
One.
My favorite one is, what's that shooter called? Force.
The space shooter, is it?
Vectral Force? Or?
Yeah, Vertical Force.
Something like that. I can't
Vertical Force.
Yeah, I love Vertical Force in that game. It's like, good little shooter. Robo Boxer is really good.
Terror Boxer or
Terror
whatever it's
Boxer.
called. You like the game?
I do like that. Yeah, it's hard though. I couldn't really. There's so many buttons, dude, on the controller. It's ridiculous, but it's fun. But looks like we're coming up on over an hour here, so I guess we'll go ahead and end this podcast. Already? Yeah,
wow,
man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, man. Let's see.
Hey, but
flowed nicely.
I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you check out the Natestalgiakid. He's going to be trying to be more active on YouTube.
Definitely, I've got some good stuff. Halfway edited right now. I'm halfway there. So
his videos, they take a while to edit, but they're always really high quality when they come out. Like even his old videos are really high quality. So definitely make sure you check him out. He's a good guy. Make sure you check out Reggie's Patreon.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna keep talking about it. Yeah, I mean, you figure $1 a month, right? You get 24 hours early access.
Yeah.
And who knows? You can always add perks later too. So.
Yeah, I'll probably add some more later. Just hopefully they'll come up with some ideas. But yeah, that's the first perk.
Yep. And these videos these podcasts are dual uploaded, as I've said before. So if you want to check them out on my channel, you can. But thank you guys for watching. We're trying to do one podcast a week, like we said. And hope to see you next week. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. Let us know in the comment section. And let's try to get give us 100 likes. We'll start down at 100 and see what
100 likes. That'll be nice.
100 likes.
I appreciate the invite too, fellas. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us, man. It was good. The hour went by quick.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah, it did.
All right, guys. Peace out.
All right, later, guys.